Yeah, folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to our... What day is it? I think it's Monday. I don't know. I have been away for several days, spending time with my family over Easter, dealing with a lot of very enthusiastic family members and kids and stuff like that, and maybe imbibing in tremendous amounts of food and more than a little ethanol on the side. So we're going to do our best today. I've got coffee. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Luckily, I don't get confused ever playing Timberborn. Hope everyone had a lovely weekend. My apologies again for no stream on Saturday. Had originally thought to stream on Saturday, but then the weather forecast hit and it was going to be freezing rain. And I had to do a drive. It's about an hour and a half drive to my parents. And that sounded like a bad idea. So decided to leave Friday evening instead. And it turned out great because I had a lovely time all day on Saturday. And I was really happy to be there for it. So for me, it worked out for the best, but you know, it always makes me sad to have to cancel a live stream for any reason. Bump, bump, bump. Are you getting wood, son? Well, we're trying, buddy. We're trying. Yes, hopefully not as confused as that stuck beaver. This a-hole. You know, I love the games we play because we're allowed to get so, like, to get mad at these imaginary people. It's not his fault. Her fault. Actually, I guess the beavers don't have gender in here, right? That's not implemented in the game. They're all non-binary. I think. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, but you know, we can just go and dump on them, and that's totally okay. When in fact we could have potentially avoided, but it's actually a little hard to avoid these sort of mistakes completely. Maybe people will build up in time to rescue you. Could happen. Currently 37 unemployed beavers. Wow, yeah, our population did just shoot up like crazy mad because we did go. One of the last few things that we did on the stream was expand our housing over here. I suppose what I could do with that in mind is go and just plop down a few more builders huts just somewhere, anywhere. Like, yeah, probably what this will happen will get torn down, or I don't know, maybe we'll keep it around for the next giant mega project. I copied these, so they should have, yeah, the same workplace priority. That's lovely. Let's go and unlock it and let things play at sort of a slow little speed here while we chitter chatter. You build empty houses, the beavers multiply. Yeah, I think beavers replicate via mitosis, right? I think they just divide in two. That's how it works. Maybe. I don't know. Listen, I don't know how sex works. I've never had it. No. What's going on here? Oh, are we in a drought? Oh, we're in a drought. Excellent. Wonderful. So yeah, we're building the this mega dam structure. Mostly, it's too big and too crazy for what we need. But oh no! Oh well. They died. Wow. How long before the bodies decompose? I wonder. I don't know. Went from 90 beavers to 200 beavers. Now I have a food problem. Oh wow. The beavers reproduce via spores. Oh my god. Oh, beef noodle, that is good. Yeah, I did have a really good Easter. We did a lot of trivia stuff, which was fun. Our family is way into it. I had one of my nephews. There's a website which I have to remember, what was it called? Make your own Jeopardy game. Was it? Oh, Jeopardy Labs. Which I've never heard about before. I'm going to be making use of it. I might use it for some stuff on the channel or something like that. So one of my nephews went and built a couple of Jeopardy boards on this website and ran a Jeopardy night for us. It was great. We just had it up on the TV. We split ourselves into a couple of teams. It was fantastic. And then last night we played this game. That's a game my sister brought. A game's called OK Boomers, and the idea is you split everyone into sort of the young team and the old team. We had sort of an uneven sort of distribution and things and some question marks, and they decided to put the age split exactly at the point where I would just fall into the old people team. So that was nice. So yes, I was on the Boomers team for this, but I kept not being allowed to answer because, as it turns out, I kind of, you know, I'm hip with the young people. And in this game, it was a little dubious. They had some questions. I don't know what they really considered to be young because some of the questions, so the idea was the young team had cards that they would ask questions, and it was supposed to be like a question that the youths would know and the oldies wouldn't. Except sometimes they went as early as like the 80s, but then conversely, the questions that the oldies were reading to the youths sometimes also included stuff that happened in the 80s. So I don't know what the game was designed to be around, but as a result, I kind of straddled it pretty well, and you know, a lot of pop culture knowledge and various things like that. So there were a lot of times I was told that I wasn't allowed to answer, but that was a really, really fun game. Yeah, it was great. Problem is both old and young cards written by old people. That's probably true. There was like, I think one question where it turned out it was like, yeah, that's like some sort of singer or rapper or something who's like famous on TikTok. I'm like, okay, that one I don't know. You got me there. Hey, cool man. Beef instant noodles my favorite, and I was in a drunken state the whole Easter. First started remembering things today. I mean, there was a little bit of that, you know, wine with the meals and different things like that. We didn't go crazy or anything like this, but yeah. I think mostly I'm tired from general lack of sleep. My parents' house is a semi-open concept sort of log home. Like there's walls between bedrooms, but not really ceilings between them. So, and a lot of people in my family snore. Yeah, didn't get a lot of sleep, unfortunately. So I am, that is really the big issue more than anything else. Could also be an older game. Oh yeah, that's true too. The OK Boomer game might have been an older one. Anyway, I'm wondering about getting a copy of it, just because it would be really fun to read the questions to people here. Okay, so this is actually a good example of why we need the dam, because that is drying up. We could go, oh no, we can't. This, even though it looks like there's water here, there's basically just like a decimal point rounding error of water here. That's why it's not flowing through the open thing, but that's gonna be okay. The drought's gonna be over soon. No one else is gonna die, and we'll do that. And yeah, hopefully this gets built up. I'm actually a little surprised that it's not building up faster. I'm trying to kill time while that happens, because then we're gonna. Well, I would like to go and see if we can go and satisfy a few more of these things. I guess I could start considering working on the aquatic stuff, the grilled. So I guess we have to grow spatterdock presumably and grow cattails. So okay, let's say we grow that over here. Now, I know we need a couple of these aquatic farmhouses. And yeah, they can't be in the water. What I'm thinking of is building a little platform and just plopping a couple like here and here, and then putting the growing area behind it. Does that seem reasonable to everyone? I mean, it's not the lowest down area, but once we get the dam set up, this should be consistent on water. Definitely consider no water pumping during. I don't care. It's fine, and it's gonna be a non-issue soon. So I think that's going to be fine. I might need to move the paths out first. If I go to plant crops and I choose spatter, yeah. I think we can probably go and tear this down, especially if I'm going to be building some other stuff. So let's start with that. Let's clean up some of the little bits over here that were just about reaching some other things, like being able to plant some dynamite and stuff. We'll do that. We might rebuild some of these connections afterwards. But we're going to do this, and then... yeah, I'm going to go into platform mode. Oops. Over here. And let's say we build... I'm going to build a nice little area over here and then double up on this. I don't know. How big is the aquatic farmhouse? I need another notch, or I could pull back a little further. Actually, I probably will just pull back a little further. Yeah, let me do that. So build you... Oops, that's another double, which I don't want. And then go something like this. Do I need to leave a little road to be able to reach down here? I don't know if I need it, but it might look nice to just plan for that. I think what we're going to do is get rid of you. Boom. Remove that, please. And then... I wonder if I want to build storage underneath them. You know what? We could build storage on the other side or something. So plan for that. Get rid of this. Thank you. And then build a path here. There, you know. That's taking a long time to demolish. It's so weird that you can insta-detonate the buildings, but not these other resources. Not sure what the deal is there still. They need a path from their front door to the crops, so path helps. Okay. And do they work on it from the surface or the ground? I guess they could probably work on it from the ground. But I'm just thinking it might look nice to just plan something like this. And then we could reconnect it up in different ways and just have the ability to like kind of move and connect. I mean, I know they can walk through the water and stuff, but this just might look nice. That's not the category I want. I want crops. Oh, do need to go down. Oh, okay. Well then, all right. Then I will change my mind. I will say, crash that. And actually, let's go and remove path and then that, which detonates instantly for some reason. Whee! I'll do something like that. Oh, you need a priority on resources. So we'll do spatter dock that way. We'll do I guess that's just prioritize. Oh, it's just nothing to do in range is what you're complaining about. Okay. That makes sense. This one was what? Spatter dock? So we'll just keep it organized by having it split up like that. So spatter dock to over here. And then cattails. Some out over here. Maybe one more row. Looks balanced-ish. Oh, we do have stairs over there. That's true. But I like this one. I think it'll look nice. But yeah, there was that, but I think this looks nice. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect you up this way, and I guess I can build a stair there, and then be like, all right, I'm going to do this, and that, and that. There we go. That looks swell. And spatter duck needs to be cooked. Yeah. And then the cattails, I don't know if they can eat it raw, but there's also a cooking for that as well. I think what I might do is just build more infrastructure like on the water here. Maybe I should have stacked up. I don't know, where am I going to cram everything in? But you know what? I don't need these berries. There's what I'm going to do. Let me go, I'm going to say, mark resources for destruction. Okay, get rid of all this. Those of us who play Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead know how to prepare cattails. I know you can eat cattails. It's actually one of the things that I learned from Essentia and Kiss for Luck. When I first started dating Essentia, they told me about this. And I was like, what? That's crazy. There's no way. Turns out, yeah. Cattails need to be ground? Wait, not in the water? Must be partially submerged in the water. Oh, maybe that was an older message. Cattails make crackers. Okay, so let's go and make some warehouses here. So I'm going to plan like a double layer on the idea that maybe the bottom will store the raw resources and the top will store some cooked ones. These chestnut trees, we have other chestnut trees, right? I think we have a whole field of chestnut trees somewhere else. Over here? No, that's maple. Chestnut trees over there. Although I don't know if we have a harvester. Yes, we do. Okay. I'm going to go and trim this back some more. So I'm going to make my whole food production area over here. What a CDDA. Canada, Dangerous Dad's Adventure. That sounds like fun. Let's make that game. We can brainstorm something cool, right? What's the easiest place for me to put... Honestly, I might just do a linear staircase. I was thinking like this, and then, you know, the platform on top so we can reach things in some way. I guess if I do that, I can just put a little spiral staircase right here. climb on top of that. So at the bottom, I'm gonna accept. Can I see things? What are oh, bot limbs. It's probably, yeah. These are the raw things. So cattail roots, and oh, and you have to ground it into flour. And spatterdock. So we need cattail flour. And then we're going to need the storage for the finished cooked goods, which are the cattail crackers and grilled spatterdock. I'm going to need one more building. Yes? I might store some of them in town. Or I don't know, maybe we still want it over here, but we might want a pool building. I wonder if I put platforms in here. Can we grow crops above? Like, or below a platform? No. That's too bad. I haven't had a bad tide with this system yet, but in theory, we're immune to it. We'll find out if that is true. But in theory, we are immune to bad tides. I'm looking forward to it. It just hasn't happened yet. I guess we can stack things on the other buildings too. So let's say, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a storage over here on the ground floor. That's going to be where our final cattail crackers go. And then we are going to put on top of that oh, hold on. Yeah, the gristmill needs power. Ooh, yeah, hold on. I don't necessarily want to send... Maybe I should have grown it over here. Okay, I'm going to change a few of these things. I might grow it here, but then force people to haul to over here. It's going to be annoying to haul back and forth, but it's not going to be the end of the world. We'll make our cattail growing area over here. Oh, the overhang can work. Okay, there's still the power the question, though. And I don't want to route it over here. I hadn't thought that we needed to grind the cattail. I suppose it's not too late to just tear all that down and then rebuild it over here. Because it's going to be right next to the power. Maybe tell you what, I'll do the entire spatterdock area over there. And then the cattails I'll just move over here. So what I'll do is I'm going to say, oh, listen, JK, we are not actually growing cattails. This is the cattails, right? Yeah. We're not growing cattails. And you're also going to do spatterdock, but what we'll do is we'll prioritize the planting versus harvesting thing. You'll only do spatterdock. Yes, okay. Cancel this. And then I think with this, we've got bottom layer. Maybe I'll just keep these guys. So this one here is going to be the... What is the... That's the spatterdock. And then grilled spatterdock up top. Like that. And I'm going to tear these two buildings down. And then I'm going to set up a grill right here. The grilled spatterdock. Really, I could have put this above on the basis that, like, you can't build anything on top of this. You know, we could have put these two flat. It's fine. So this keeps everything local, right? The spatterdock is here. It gets put into that box. It then gets cooked here and then gets stuck on top. Probably doing a rearrangement there. We could have ended up with something a little neater. I could put both the storage buildings on the bottom and I could double up on the grills or something. Nah. Okay. So we could build just a windmill for the gristmill. That is true. But then, you know, what if the power is inconsistent, whatever. Let's just do over here. We've got our whole power infrastructure. We've got a battery, which is... I'm sorry, are you depleting currently? Is the wind just not blowing very hard? Well, I need some more windmills. Because the wind is blowing and it looks like the battery's depleting. What do you... Is the tree in the way? I bet you this tree's in the way. Death to trees! Ooh, wait. Oh yeah, you cannot be reached. Well, I'm gonna fix that by just putting a little spiral staircase right over here and making sure to path in this area. And that's probably close enough. There, now it should be. Are you still complaining? It's too far from district? Really? Oh, until the stair gets built. Oh yes, Artemis 2 just became the furthest manned mission, beating Apollo 13. Take that, Kerbals! Well, I'm pretty sure my Kerbals have gone further, but, you know, they also had a much higher chance to die, so... Alright, slap that guy in there. I hear they're still having some toilet problems, though. Look at all the builders! We do have a lot of builders right now. Wait, if they're all coming here, does that mean our dam is done? No, I think the problem with the dam is there's only so many beavers can get there at once. Is there just no wind currently? There's no wind meter, I think. Which is too bad, but hopefully now we are going to be generating power a little bit more. We are going to need to build some more batteries as well. That was always kind of the intention. Maybe now's the time, since there's no power stored in here anyway. Kaboom. Now, one thing I'm not sure about, and I guess we're going to find out in a second here. If I go for 6x1 is the biggest overhang. If I go and do this, and then I try to put a power thing on top, I'm worried that we might... Yeah, that is too high. So what we need to do is actually trim our thing a little bit here. We'll have to do some slight other adjustments, but... If I do this... Oh, wait, that's not going to transmit power. But I guess that's fine. Hold on. Yeah, I'm actually wondering. Hold on. If I remove this, can I put a single platform there? No. Not with the staircase. As I say, because I can do that. Oh, but okay, I can change the power though, because I can do this followed by this. Oh, but then how are we going to reach to construct it? Because I was like, then I can go and do I mean, I can go double wide and stuff. You can put overhang on overhang? Really? Oh, okay. I guess we don't have going medieval style, like, stability limits, huh? So, if I do that, let's say now I just do the 3x2, just to not go nuts, and we'll probably want it at some point. If I did that, because then I could have a staircase here, and then I could do, oh, unless, am I still too high now? No, there you go. And then I could do this, right? And then copy, boom, boom. And then, I mean, this feels unstable, but I guess we're okay. And then, oops, I need a path right there. This works? Oh, right, and then the chaining power. I forgot about the chaining of power. Oh my god, I hate that we lose this. That's right. So what I need to do is get rid of this. And then keep going. There's a little short overhang. And then power shaft, power shaft, power shaft. Boom, boom. There you go. That'll work. No? Wait, path under, power over. I could path down here. That's true. That blocks battery. Oh! That'll get in the way of that one there. Okay, so then you're right. Get rid of this staircase. Forgot the battery would get in the way. It's interesting. It does let you place that. I'm betting if I had the building here, it probably wouldn't let me place the battery. Oh, wait. I got to get rid of these bits as well again. Go back to what I had. Ironically, I had it more correct over here, I think. Because this power will chain vertically to this one. And then from here, it'll go into this little side shaft and connect to these others. And then from here, we can do this and theoretically reach all these because they're just one level above. Yes-ish? Yeah, we could maybe hang stuff the other way too, but... Right, because this could be... Even if I don't build those batteries right now, if I go this and this, and then I can always just add more I mean, hell, let's just do it. Boom and boom. This seems really unstable. Battery still works, just stores no power. Oh, right, because it would have, like, 0 vertical range if that little power was there. So, I kind of try to look down. I don't think they're blocked. Beavers reinvented physics. Build order matter a lot. Will it? The Beavers can't get stuck in this case. 11 batteries on max height will give you an achievement. Oh, wow. Prime Beaver Jing. Physics going haywire is what killed the humans. We're gonna get an attack of the Kraken. I mean, they kind of sort of, they don't totally have to build this first, but kind of sort of can't get all the material. Are we out of logs? We are legit out of logs. Well, I mean, we are using a ridiculous amount over here. Oh, and these guys are out of wood. I might need to do more tree chopping because that's happening over here. These are all pines that we're not chopping. Although, arguably, we could go and mark some of these pines to be chopped. We're kind of full on resin. I think I will do that. And I can always change my mind later. And be like, cancel that and go back for more resin. But that'll give us some more short-term wood. Okay. We may be going a little extra on how much logs are being used, but that's fine. They can block themselves from building the furthest one if they start on the nearest one. Can they? But they can just walk underneath, right? Like, they can just walk under this whole thing. And I think they've got enough vertical reach to reach everything. Building anything at max height gives you achievement. Oh, okay. I do have the achievement for building something at max height because our initial battery was at the max. So I think that's going to be okay. Anywho, so in theory, they're eating the spider dock now. No. Oh, are we still waiting for our first spider dock harvest? That's probably the case. And at this point, there's no reason why I can't just be like, all right, grow a bunch more. You might not be able to plant it all, grow it all. Although with 2 of these, I bet you can. Probably it's going to be an overkill amount of stuff, but that's all right. So, yeah, you're halfway grown. Okay, it takes a while to grow all that stuff. That's your cattails? No, this is the spider dock. That's cattails. Oh, I think I still have to go and bulldoze these crops again. Spider dock. Well, this will keep my constructing beavers busy. Start planting. Oh, I guess people are probably off work, but just to be sure, make this top priority when you come back. 12 days to grow. Wow. That is a lot of work. I guess I could be working on the cattail thing too. I guess I should probably, even though, so this got built after the dam, so it won't be built as quickly. Prioritize that, then that, and then second level priority, this one, that one. Just so that we can start getting some batteries back. Please and thank you. Yeah, they can go diving off the end here. I mean, the pool of water is a little shallow. We might want to go and dynamite a little bit of depth. We don't want any beavers breaking their necks or their tails. Go and done. Done. Are you done? Yes, you are done. It does get built at full power, which is nice. Which makes sense. Although, if the beavers can go and like haul everything up here, then store 60,000 horsepower hours worth of power, that is pretty monumental. Oh, the demand just went down because I think it was the end of the workday. All right. But in theory, our power is back, baby. Where's my growing area? Right over here. So, spatter dock. Boom. Okay. Good. And yes, over here. Maybe I'll grow it there and then just store it and grow and plant it over here. We could get a little bit more optimal by moving things down and just routing some power down, but I don't know. I think this is okay. Plan something like that. And then be like, okay, so we're going to grow a bunch of cattails over here. In some fashion. Maybe I will put the aquatic farmhouses here. So, I want a little bit of an elevated platform set up. We'll go with 2 farmhouses, like so. And then a walking area in front where we can reach it. Which, I think what's going to happen here is I'm going to do that. That. Flip. So, and we're gonna have to come down. Yeah, I'll probably just build a stair here and and they can get down there, but no, this would be better. It'll be a little faster to get from the aquatic farmhouses down to grow this stuff, and then I'll probably throw a spiral one. This, that, like that, like that. And I have no doubt that I could make this way more space efficient. But let's say this is good enough. And then I'm looking for aquatic farmhouses. Shmam, shmam. And then one of these, yeah, will be harvest. One of them will be plant. And then just generally work this area. You can reach all that. That's going to be okay. All right. Underwater crops need underwater bees. What would be the equivalent to underwater bees? Betas. Betas. And then we get some plecos in there to keep everything clean. And get some more wood by the idle 3. Yeah, yeah, that's true. We could do this and reach depression. That is an excellent point. Can I do that? I'll probably be able to reach here. Ooh, let's just do it that way. If I say build a little staircase. We could plant some trees over here too. If we say, hey, build this quickly, which will take a log and 4 planks, but then we can go and do a little bit of chop. I should really tear those little stations down. Or, I mean, can I just build a forester station over here? They could. Why not, right? And then we'll plan more oak. It is going to take a while to bootstrap, but then we get lots of wood very quickly. We've already got a little wood storage over here. I mean, once we finish the dam, we won't really need it over here, but that's okay. Another drought. Well, okay. I'm willing to let things flow out from here. I could go and start sealing these two and accrue a little bit more water. Maybe at this point I should just be like, prioritize the heck out of this area, please. Oh, right. I have to tell you to cut trees in this area. I have a bunch of oak here that's not... Yeah, because I think it was already here. I don't want to cut the maple. Actually, I don't know if I've got a wood harvester in this area. But just in case... Can you dynamite a tunnel to water there? Oh, to over here? Is that what you mean? That wouldn't be a bad idea. You need a water holding spot close to the main area, like that overflow temp area from the bad tide. Well, it's coming along. Yeah, that's set to flow. That's set to flow. So I'll keep these both set to 0.65 so they match. And the idea is going to be, what we do is we just close off both these bottom bits. Or just set this to a fairly low number and then set this to a higher number. And be like, listen, yeah, I guess we do keep it at 0.4 or some damn thing. I think we want slightly smarter logic. Yeah, it's going to start flooding over here. It's probably just going to leak through here for now. Well, it's going to slowly allow a little bit in there, but hopefully there's going to be enough of a backlog. And I can just close it up completely at some point. But hopefully with 0.4, because of the dams and things like that, it should actually just accrue in here. It'd be nice if there was a little mouse over. I know you can put down a little sensor. That's the whole point of them. But it would be nice if your little mouse over would show you the depth. Yeah, it's definitely accruing water. It's about to start spilling out over here. And that's fine. I mean, yeah. We might get a little more evaporation than we want. That part might be a little annoying. And there'll be some amount coming in here, because as this drops below 0.4, water will continue to flow through this area. And over here we get a little bit of accumulation. It might push a little further here, but there's a little outflow. Let's see. For context, though, the waterfall map is like a whole lot of this. I think we did play on the waterfall map last time, and it was a lot of fun. So we're getting some extra trees. 0.7 days. I mean, our reservoir here definitely isn't going to be full by then. We're storing some water. Yeah, we can do weather links for the drought versus like normal weather over here too, because we do have a weather sensor for bad for the bad water. What's a little annoying actually? Oh, right there. What's annoying is we haven't actually hit a regular a bad tide since we built this whole thing. Our bad tide blocker is completely set up. And that's been like 3 cycles now. We haven't gotten a bad tide. There you go. Storing more and more in here. And then what should happen when the drought hits, this is going to stop filling, so it'll stop flowing over there. And then this is just going to allow a trickle down to maintain that 0.4 over here. And then when the water starts flowing again, there'll still be maybe a slow trickle through here, but once this gets sealed up, eventually it'll reach the top and just outflow that way. But yeah, most likely we'll have to do some other mechanics, maybe down the road over here, but we'll see. So this is no longer going to have a rising water level over here. So we're still going to have a slow trickle through here. And this is going to maintain up to 0.65. Yeah, these are... Actually, this should open up. Oh, no, because it's deep enough here. So this isn't opening up. Yeah, we're going to have to make some more adjustments to make it really automated. Or I can just be here and just manually tweaking these. Like, it's drought time, let's open this up. And honestly, maybe I'll just do the weather thing. Maybe I will just do that. When it's, we just need one weather sensor for drought. When it's a drought, this opens. When it's not a drought, this closes. That's it. That's the entire thing. I don't even need to mess with the top part. See that area southeast of your water farm can hold water. Southeast is a little hard to know what that is. So you mean maybe over here? As long as I don't twist the camera, I guess we can sort of refer to things. Yeah, we have put some water in there before, and I think we're actually semi set up for it. If I just blow this up, we're kind of okay, because especially since the blockage here and here, if I just blow this area up, we're naturally going to be holding some water in here. There you go. That's finally done. The damn dam is finished. We don't have a full reservoir this time, but it's fine. Actually, no, that's fine. That's not any lower than this. Okay. I was a little worried that might be too low, but it's not. I really want to get a bad tide so that we can really compare and know for sure that that part is working. Okay. Let's come back over here to our little cattail area. So we need to grind and then cook the cattail. So let's go and do... This is going to store the raw cattail. This is going to store the cattail flour. And then I'm going to get a little platform over here. And I love these spiral staircases. Is that new to 1.0 or did it come in like another patch before then? We'll set that up. And then on top of this, I'm going to set up the grist mill. And then we'll make sure to route some power to it. And then we're going to set up a grill. And then, actually, I could just go and be like, all right. And then we're going to put our cooked cattail crackers over here. Bakery. Isn't it? Sorry, probably people in chat were telling me that. Oh, which is better sort of long. Okay. Or it's not better, it is a long structure. So, cattail crackers. And then I'll probably go... I don't know, this seems okay. I guess I could speed things up a little bit if I just did a little oopsie daisy here. And a little bit of those. Oh, and you have to be told to grind cattail flour. Okay. There you go. Okay, and then we just gotta get some power. Which I think I'm just gonna route to the side over here. Yeah, I think I'll just do that. Bit of this, a little bit of that. Vertical power shaft here, regular shaft. Like this. I think that works. Gonna path to final storage. Oh, at the bottom. Is that what I'm missing? I guess I can use the mouse to change Z levels here. There you go. There you go. Power's on. None of the buildings have any kind of complaint whatsoever. All right. I think that's good. You're waiting for cattail roots, which, yeah, we're just going to have to wait for that first harvest. Okay. And then this has still got a bunch of water stored up and is slowly trickling out, in theory. Well, I don't think, yeah, so I don't think this is trickling out because of the way the dams are set up over here. I think we do have to set a target height that's bigger, and I think we will have to put in some logic. I think we do have to go for the 0.65, because otherwise what's going to happen right now is this top area will maintain the 0.4. Well, this will let a certain amount of water through, but that's it. And I think mostly we want to let the dams continue. Actually, do I want to set to 0.7? No. Unless I wanted water flow. Yeah, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to go and assume we want a second one of these sensors. This one's going to be for drought situations. And then we're just going to wire these guys up. Is drought. That. Oh, I could just leave it open at a 1. We might do. So, is drought. And then is drought. Well, pause a second here. I guess that reset things. Unlimited. Let's, just to stop some flooding. Tell you, I'll just target the 0.7 and then off. So this will keep a slow flow of water through everything. Whee! You don't want water flowing in the bad tide. That's okay. Water's not going to flow in the bad tide because we have a very cheesy system right over here which stops all water from flowing even into our dam during a bad tide. The reservoir has emptied now. You get some meters. I don't remember. Is it move to decoration? Stream gauge. Water depth. Yeah. There you go. So let's get one of those in here. And then we'll get these just so that we can like poke and see how they work. Too far from the district. You know what? That's going to be fine. With no water input, you'll have an effective drought situation. Yes. This only blocks things during a bad tide. Keeps the bad tide water out. That's the only time that triggers. And then this way I can just click on these to just confirm the numbers. Yeah, we might do another one with the Iron Teeth or a hard difficulty. I could see us doing that. Maybe as YouTube, maybe another stream, because the constant feedback is helpful. Okay, so you presumably still don't have anything over here, although 87% grown. That's nearly done. I don't know why we need a depth sensor. Maybe we need it, but we're fine. Yeah, unfortunately, our dam wasn't quite done before the flood. And then we did do a little bit of a dump, or before the drought, I mean. But we're going to keep maintaining enough water through here throughout. That's okay. Okay, so presumably... Oh, people are eating the grilled spatter duck. Lovely. We might need a few more carrots and other things, I don't know. Cattail crackers should be on the way. It looks like we could use some extra contemplation and rooftop terraces, and maybe campfire. Well, let's get a couple of rooftop terraces over here. Get lots of capacity. And then, here's the thing, with the decoration, like, for our purposes... The proper roof here looks better, but I don't think it matters. Like, we could go and build a little baby roof over here and have that work. But I think I'll build that. Maybe what I'll do here, rather than build more roofs, is get some more contemplation spots. There we go. Something like that. Did you increase your dam height? I think the dam's pretty big. But we could keep building it. We could build it to the top of the screen. Okay, what else we got here? Oh yeah, I don't have scarecrows or weather vanes. So I think we can build them. Can we not build them on the little roof? Oh, I was hoping we could. Yeah, I can scatter these in various places so that the beavers get little weather vane buffs as they wander around. Can't build that one, but I can build that one. That'll cover a lot of beavers. And then maybe another one over there. Oh, there's a bulletin pole aesthetic? I don't see it in the list, but it must be under one of the categories. Let's build one there. Oh, maybe we can't actually build that one either. That's possible. We can build one here. Is this buildable? That one's buildable. Okay. Oh, yeah, bulletin pole. I hadn't seen it. Scarecrow is there. Again, I'm just going to build a smattering in a few different places that don't have a complaint about unreachability. I mean, near the crops certainly makes sense. And we'll just hope that plenty of beavers just see this. There we are. Like that. Okay, so the drought's over, so these things should be slammed shut now. And they are. So this is temporarily going to induce a continued semi-drought here until this refills. I wonder, I'm wondering if I should have used a flow valve here instead. And so we could let it trickle. Because trying to do a trickle via the height thing is awkward. But I think we're fine. Because, so this is going down. But very slowly. And then, yeah, once this fills up, then we'll drain out the top, and that's going to be okay. Dam automation. Shouldn't you treat bad tide as drought? No! Well, sort of, I guess. Because it will be a drought. You're right. So I guess for drought or bad tide, we want to have this going here. So we'll set up a relay. Oh, that's interesting. These have little sticky outpits that do block construction. So if there's a bad tide or a drought. Well, maybe I do need a death thing, because we only need to open these if these aren't working. But no, that does have the target. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably fine. 41 high score. Well, that's happening very quickly. Looks like we need some more shrubs. Build here? Can. You. My inputs. Okay, I can build there too. And here. Okay. What about the mud pits? Cars haulers. Relaxing mud spa. What are they hauling? What is the mud that they're going to haul? I guess we'll find out. Dirt. Oh, is it from, terraforming stuff? You need to mine dirt for that. Because I know under landscaping, dirt excavator. Heavy-duty mining rig for collecting dirt. Will continue to produce dirt even after reaching bedrock. I'm betting it needs power. Yeah, it does need power. So this is just going to dig a big giant hole in the ground, but keep going forever? can't fit it right there. What's it being blocked by? Trees? Or maybe it's not wide enough. Oh, the windmills. Right, they are very tall. Push the water, get a big reservoir. Right, because you could use the dig out a big hole and then drain the water in there. I don't know. I got my power over here. It's fine. All right, we got our crackers starting to go. I'm assuming we got lots of cattails input. Yeah, and we got tons stored over there, and then we're just between a work cycle over here. Still short on logs. Okay. Ooh. Oh! Oh, it's not doing how I hoped it would. It's pretty, though. We're getting some excess, like, evaporation over here. It's not really a problem. I was really hoping things would drain quickly enough here. Oh, but there's literally not an... Ah! Yeah, there's literally not enough water over here, so it's not actually doing this. I guess I just set these to unlimited. So that they're always open. Because right now, they're not always open. There we go. There we go. Now they're always open. They're not looking at the level over here, but in theory, that should be okay. So what I might want to do, like, I don't know, there might be like a flow amount. Like, I might want to desync this one and be like, okay, you close. And you close. These guys still have max flow. I don't know, like, how much width we need. I talked about, like, maybe building some little buffers and areas around here. This is still rising. Oh! That might be perfect. And then what I could do, just equal it out, is I could have these still open if it goes below 0.65. It's really unsteady. Although it could be the water sloshing back and forth over here. And maybe a bunch of depth sensors are key, but alright. This one's pretty. Maybe it would have equaled out later on anyway. Yeah, just floodgates over here. Maybe. 42 well-being, nice. Okay, a few logs. What was I doing? Something. Oh, right, the dirt excavator. Doors up top. And then presumably the power connection, yeah, has to be elevated as well, huh? Can I build here? Okay, this doesn't block the windmill. Can I... Hang on, can I not get to it from this side at all, maybe? Should I turn this so that the power just connects right over here? Maybe I should just do that. Honestly, why don't I just do this? And then I think we're going to want one little platform here. And that should hopefully connect it all up. Oh, I do actually want the double tall, single tall. Then let's go and build spiral here. Ooh, oh yeah, because I can just build a second spiral. So, and like so. There you go. Think that'll work? I'm building flooding somewhere. I think there was just some water sloshing around. There's no complaint about it anymore. Hopefully I didn't bork it. So that'll be to make the mud pits run. What else do they want? Oh yeah, books. Is it under science? It's not under well-being? Is it under wood? Printing press. Which needs power. Now, I don't think that's going to be connected, but if I go and replace this... Oh, I destroyed a resource pile, which isn't what I meant to do. A vertical power shaft here, and then a normal power shaft there. That should get that connected. Right, we need storages. It'd be nice to know what these do. Yeah, and we never unlocked the underground piles, which we'll probably have to get started. Is dirt one of these? Is it just a pile? Yes. And storage, I'm sure, is one of these warehouses. Books. You need a recipe? Oh, punch cards for the bots, isn't it? Whee! All right, it's going. All right, it's going. Oh, copies of Crimson Fall. Yeah. All right. We got mud starting to happen. Water's nice here. I still want... When is our bad tide going to come in so we can actually confirm that our little silly solution to the bad tide problem is working? It seemed to work in all of our tests, but we haven't tried the real thing yet. We don't have a bunch of accumulated cattails. Yeah, we'll take another look at this. Okay, so these monuments, what the heck do we need to accrue for these? 2,000 gear. Ooh. Oh yeah, that does this. So, I mean, theoretically, we ultimately want to build all these. Okay, well, that's just wood. That's just boards. That's starting to get a little bit more. This big one, gears, treated planks, and steel. I don't know where we're going to build this. I guess, how much is it to unlock? 20k science. Okay, we've got enough. Let me get a preview of how big this thing is. Okay, it's not... Ooh, that is laggy. Let's think about accumulating that stuff over here. Because fine, whatever. I'm not building it so that we can take advantage of the structure afterwards. We're just building it because it's going to be cool to finish. I'm going to get this area plugged in here. Spiral staircase, go! Look at how nice that is and compact. Do you have the bad tide starting early on the sensor? No. Yeah, I don't know how much of a lead in that sensor gives us. Yeah, because it would suck to pollute the thing. How early? I don't like that it doesn't tell us. I mean, really, once it slams shut the second the bad tide starts, it should be okay. Oh, you can set a time. I'm not convinced that we need it. Yeah, they close instantly. I think we're fine, given the way our setup is. I don't think we need to close anything early. I think it might be important for like closing early downstream if you need to store some good water for a while. Maybe. I might be completely wrong, of course. I mean, what? I'm never wrong. All right. So let's get some deep storages over. Actually, do I have... All right, I've already unlocked it. Okay. I knew this, but I'm going to pause this. We're not going to start building it yet. We store 1,000 each. We actually need twice as much. So I need, say... Oh, okay. So this can store the metal and the treated planks. So let's do 2 of the treated planks. Is that the one we need 1,500 of? No, the metal is 1,500. I'll do 1 of the metals because we have some other metal storage somewhere else. Only 200. It'll be a little shy, but that's fine because they can keep producing it while we're working it. And then so for the gears, what we need is the large warehouse, which fits 1,200. So right now we could store 1,460, which again isn't the total amount. I might want to get another big one. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that if there's a little bit of bad water that comes in, right, when we reopen the gates, right? When we reopen the gates, because over here, our little seal isn't... There might be a little bit of room for bad water. So when we reopen the gates, there might be a little bit of contamination that comes in here. Probably way under 5%. Like, it's going to be a rounding error. But eventually, it's going to sort of flow through and process itself. I think we're fine. Mm-hmm. All right. So, Farmer's Monument. So, it literally doesn't matter where it is, other than, you know, we would like to maximize how many beavers can see it. That's interesting. That is within building range. Well, I'd love it if maybe this one extra road was covered. How about I just build it right here? That's pretty good coverage. Cool. And the Brazier of Bonding. All right, I love that. And then the Fountain of Joy. Water dependent, needs access to water. Doesn't need to be... Oh! I can just plop it inside here, and I wonder, does it stick out enough that that's going to look good? Part of me's like, it would be great to build it over here, but it's so far out of the way. I think I do... I think I want it right in the middle between these two paths. Oh! I need 12,000 signs for that. All right. Oh, can this one not be reached? Oh, I thought it's too high up. This extra shrub. Build it there, which honestly is probably not going to give us that much more, but you know what? No, I'll just get rid of this. Done and done. Oh, look how cute the little baby beaver is a kid. Cub? Maybe a cub. Cub Scouts. Right? Yeah. Sure. Kit? Shit. It is Kit. Yeah. Starting to pre-stockpile. In theory. Now, I guess what we actually need is a crap ton more trees to be cut down. So, what we'll do... I'm going to cut down all this birch over here. Birch, please. And I'm going to replant the forester over here. Now, it's going to be annoying. We have to wait until the initial birch harvest is done. I can't pre-plant. It's frustrating. Probably oak for, like... just efficiency. Niblet should be... Because I think once they're tree stumps, yeah, I can do that. That's the way it's programmed. There can only really be one thing in a tile. And they must treat a wild oak different from a planted oak, like little tile base or something. And yeah, we could open a more fertile area. And yes, I think we had determined we could totally just do this. I don't want to let the good water through this blockage, actually, because we do rely on this being poop water. But actually, I don't even know that I need an outflow over here. No, because it'll flood in here, but then it'll keep emptying over here. And if I'm not worried about having to clear bad water out anymore, I think I can just go and remove this blockage. Yes? Oh, I guess they could reach from the other side. What could possibly go wrong? Yay! Our first bad tide. Okay, in 3 days, we'll confirm that our cheesy bad tide blockage works. Or we'll ruin the entire map. One of those things. One of those things will happen. Place your bets. Maybe I shouldn't have built this path because it's a longer walk to get over there, but oh well. It says, as soon as any of this is cleared, we can also just connect these. And if nothing else, even if I don't grow anything over here, it'll look prettier. Interesting. I can't select the growing thing. Oh, I put the priority wrong. I meant to put the construction priority to the max. And we do have some vacant work spots now. Wow. Probably what we can do is just clear out a bunch of stuff. Like old work sites. Okay, this is not an active work site, so that's fine. And these things are just going, and then that's also oak. There's no work sites over there. Well, I could trim down some of the construct. Oh. Maybe I do just need a depth sensor and then some floods over here. Well, I guess I could just use the fill valve as a floodgate. And just have it be all or nothing depending on depth over here. What is the depth here? 0.87. Is it a little bit of wishy-washy backflow from this maybe? Is all that's going on? Oh yeah, it's just a temporary thing. Okay. It's interesting that it's sloshed back. Like opening this raised the water level over here. Probably just a quirk of the physics engine is all. Okay. I'm just freaked out. Like, what did I ruin? There you go. You got a little dirt. That's nice. Brazier of bonding is building up. It's eating tons of planks. But yeah. We are getting wood a little faster than we used to. We could do a little canal over here to fertilize the middle, but I don't think that's necessary. Maybe I'll plant more oak in this area. So what should happen, when the bad tide happens, our little cheesy blocker over there and over there will seal shut, so we'll get no more water coming in. Eventually the water level here will drop, so nothing is going to ooze through this bit. It'll drop, 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 and then at this bottom gate will regulate a little bit of flow out the bottom. How's the battery levels? That's a great question. Look at them all dangling there. Oh, they're so cute. So yeah, battery power is excellent. Look at them go. You well building high score. 47, baby. I'm betting this got finished. Yes, it did. Woohoo! So Fountain of Joy. Oh, I think it's 12,000 science. So I think we're just shy still. Yes? Yes. But science is being produced. We'll be able to plop that down soon. I mean, I guess what I could do is I could unpause this, keep it low priority. So we can start to deliver goods over there. Yeah. But not take it from any other construction projects yet. There's more water flowing stream. I think what may have happened here, there might have been a back wave, right? It washed in here, then hit the limit, then maybe back propagated. Water physics are tricky. I mean, in a sense, they're not tricky if you're willing to use infinite amounts of processing power for it. But assuming you want, hey, we reached 50. That's amazing. Reach average well-being of 50. Hello. Oh, 51 now. All right, 0.2 days. So these things are about to slam shut. Point 1, 0.0, 0.0. Bad tide. There you go. Yeah, and you can see the pressure stopped flowing here. It's just sort of jiggling back and forth a little bit. You can see it from the fertile ground there too. And then, yep, there we go. So no, oh, just a little bit of sloshing still over the top here. But very soon it's going to stop sloshing over completely. And then over here, there we go. As we drop below 0.7, these gates are fluctuating on and off. Part of me is like, you know what we need to implement in here? We need a PID controller. That's what we need. To control the gates. All right. Is it brownish? Let's build. I guess I can't. Oh no, the steam gauge. I think it does less contamination. Oh no, 0%. I guess it's not brownish. It's just maybe because it's less dynamic, it looks a little darker. Yeah, 0% contamination. Might need more water storage. We did intentionally and hopefully put down overkill amounts of water storage, which I think is the right amount for this game. I'm still 11,000. What am I exact? Oh my god. I'm short by 11. And everyone's going on their break. Silly. You can install a limit controller with logic in the game. Yeah, because I haven't looked at all of these. Chronometer, residential power station, population counter, resource counter. I mean, there are probably mods for it too. Send a signal based on science points. I guess to turn off the science buildings when you don't need them. Speaker. Yeah, we could have a big Aruga for something. Arms the dynamite underneath it with logic? That's crazy. Memory. For advanced... Oh. I'm sorry. HTTP lever... Is this a Twitch integration we're missing? Could I make a little website where you guys could hit a button to do funny things in game? HTTP adapter. Wait, HTTP lever. API controlled lever. HTTP adapter. Turns its input signal into an API endpoint and webhook calls. Oh wait, is this one here? Does this one here let my in-game thing send a signal to a website and the other one pulls data in? I mean, wow. Wow! We can open the gates. Yeah, that's never going to turn out horribly badly. Boom! There you go. Needs material, but that's okay. And yeah, this is higher priority than this, which I think is fine. 3 meters deep. And we could probably limit how much water is going through. We could probably dramatically cut down on how quickly this drains. Hell, I don't need as many of these over here, different things like that. But it's fine. Pull to open the gates. Open the gates a little. Tons of little construction buildings, mega low priority. That's fine. They can just sit there. Oh, hitch there. I like the little, yeah, just a slow trickle. That's all we're working on, slowly trickling through there. And in theory, I'm wondering, should I set this to 0.7? That would stop some water flow here, but it would still eventually, no, I'm not sure. But I mean, during, like, I should maybe release the pukin. I forgot about that, which we don't need anymore. We don't get poo. Maybe we want something like bad or drought. Seal. There you go. Because, yeah, right now we're sort of like bad tide or drought. We're not getting water input. We do still have some water entering the system. Okay, what we might want to do is set a fairly high limit, just to make sure it doesn't backslosh over this. Limit controllers, you can research relays for all your needs. Okay. Yo, I do have relays. Yeah, I guess that's it. As long as I set it to 0.7, then we end up in a situation where we're not draining because of our dams. I mean, there's a little bit right now because of a backlog. It's going to keep flowing through here. Yeah, this dam is going to constantly be draining. It doesn't matter. We're not as efficient as it could be. Oh, well. What do we have? 2.3. Yeah. Yeah, ultimately, I'd want to redo all that, but it's not a huge deal. Some deliveries here. More deliveries here. Yeah, we're out of treated planks. We're out of planks. We're out of wood. So the wood is just our big bottleneck here. Could have started mass, like, storing things. I could go and order all my trees to get chopped down. Sensors plus memory, yeah. Okay, well, I mean, that means that Timberborn is Turing complete, right? So we can build our own computers inside of Timberborn? Because relays can do basic logic, because you can OR and XOR, and then we've got memory. I mean, you don't even need memory. As long as you've got the logic gates, then you can implement your own flip-flops for memory, but it'd be more work. Can Timberborn run Doom? I think it can't. We've got lights and everything. We can build like a little display and everything. Build the wonder, then try it. I don't think I'll replant the trees here, but we may as well chop a few more. We have NAND, gates, and memory. We are Turing complete. There it is. Why did my phone just buzz? More crazy things going on with my family? The answer is yes, there's some crazy things going on right now, but... oh, I will not disclose them. Wait, share. So I don't think I'm new to her. I think this will be the final stream for Timberborn, and I might do a series for the other beavers because I haven't looked at them yet, and might have a bit of a different vibe with some of it. But yeah, that's probably it for now. I don't know what Wednesday will be. I do have to apologize to all the people for that have been into Terra Invicta, that there haven't been videos for a little bit on that. Every time I keep sitting down, I'm like, oh, my brain's not quite there. I'm like, okay, I'll record some RimWorld instead. I'm wondering, we could move Terra Invicta to a YouTube series. Or sorry, a live stream series. I'm also wondering, like, I still want to come back to Stationeers. Finishing Bloodlines 2 would also be good. And I don't think we've got tons left. Oh, no. No, actually, I think we have a decent amount still left there, too. So we're going to have to figure out what we're going to be prioritizing next. Okay, so the bad tide has ended. So we do get a whoosh of contaminated water in here. But this is going to be This is going to be diluted so quickly. Just a little poo came out. Just a little poo came out. This is going to completely refill. Gonna run into map size constraints first. Well, yeah, I don't think we'd do a 480p display. We'd have to definitely do a super trimmed down display. But yeah, in sort of sandbox mode, I bet you we can do some cool stuff. 9% contamination right now. Yeah, as this fills, it's going to go well below 5%, where it's not going to be a problem. And then it's going to start draining, and the percentage is going to keep going down. Yeah, because a little poo water... Well, actually, this one might have been much tighter against it. It's possible there was 0 poo water accumulated back there. 6%. What's the reset? Oh, because of we reset the greatest depth number, probably. Yeah. Homeopathic poo. Yeah, so this is... This, because it's homeopathic, becomes a treatment for poo contamination. That's how it works, right? You do small corner drain for the contamination. That's true. But, I mean, there's no... I mean, I could do it over there, and originally we were going to build a tunnel, and then all of a sudden I was like, hold on a second. Can we do something way cheesier than that? And turns out the answer is yes. So we're already below 4%, which I think is so low that it doesn't even count as contamination anymore. Because a lot of the sensors and things were like defaulting to triggering it around 5%. So that's what I'm wondering. Could build a pump. That's true. Depth 3 meters. And that's the thing, and that's where it stops. It actually can't measure beyond that because that's as tall as this is. Our reservoir is actually deeper than 3 meters, but we can't measure for more than this. You think less than 50? 50% is safe. Really? Wow. You hear that, everyone? You can drink water that's, as long as it's not no more than 50% contaminated with poop. It's fine. Fine. Ah. All right, we got lots of scrap metal sitting around. We haven't even like capped any of the poop generators or accessed any of the mines. I mean, we still have some metal bits on the map, and like storage is full. I guess this is where. Oh no, it's over here. Smelter. Large pile, metal blocks. Right, and it's having to grab the metal from over here. Not ideal. But it's fine. Nothing else. What I could do is I could do a small little pile over here with a pole, so it's at least a little closer. And then the haulers would help with that. Actually, I think what we could do is probably tear down a few of our constructors. I think I clicked the wrong one. Hang on a second. No, update. Actually, let me delete that and then just copy that. We have this extra little constructors. I'm going to just get rid of some of these and build some more haulers instead. And then prioritize you on the orange. Actually, easier. Just do this. Bunch more haulers now. Still a cholera between friends. Exactly. There you go. This is completely full, and our contamination level 1%. Turns out it's fine. It's just got some extra minerals and nutrients. And yeah, you're waiting for some stuff. Your planks, the metal blocks. And this needs okay. So I think we probably need realistically a couple more smelters. We get one here anyway. And that'll chain power from the printing press, so that's going to be fun. And, okay, we do have a bunch of planks. We do have a bunch of resin. So we could theoretically get a second place making the treated planks. which is the wood workshop, which needs power. So I can do this, which will require me to do that. Oops. I wanted, but sure, fine. Vertical shaft, regular shaft. We can treat that a little bit more. It was being bottlenecked by the logs, but now that's not the case. Just to get these wonders going a little faster. And downside to a cheesy diverter is that bad tide can still be used for water wheels if road and canal. Yeah, although I'm very happy with our windmills plus giant array of batteries. Well, they're not as giant as they were. Okay, they're charging now. I don't know if they've got a maximum charge rate. They've got a maximum emptying rate. But yeah, we could build more water wheels. And we could build some up here. Maybe it's just time. Do water wheels slow the flow of water? Like, if I go and build you here, and then I build you here, and then I build you here, do they interfere with one another? Water wheels do not slow. Oh, wow. So broken. So those will still go out during a drought. Oh, that's a little awkward. And then we need to get way up here for the actual construction. Look at me, remembering the overhangs. Yeah, I'm just going to build a sort of a basic stair across here. I think that'll work. You can infinitely build down from here. We might need a little something over here, but I think they can. Oh, there we go. I think they can build their way up here and then make that work. Let's see. And then we can just keep extending this. Odds on the number of beavers trapped themselves during this project. Yeah, all the like they're be trapping down over here, which should be really annoying. So I almost want to like prioritize like the stair and the tallest part. Only build the bottom part if you got nothing to do. I don't know. You know what? If they die, they die. How are we doing over here? So metal blocks, which are being stamped out at the smelter. Yeah, this could still be scaled up a bunch. What I could do is I could quickly just cancel the earth recultivator. Free up the material. And then replop it down in a second. So this will at least let us get this Fountain of Joy done right quick. It is the final duty of every beaver to build into the poop. I don't think any of the beavers will have to get into the poop. Because they can't. There's no ladder. There's no stair anyway. So even if they wanted to, they could not, I think. I'll update the priority here. Work on this rather than the stairs or anything. It's the oldest thing, so it should happen regardless, but let's just make sure. Maybe what I'll do, this builder's hut, is I'm going to set it to a normal priority. So it takes priority over the haulers. But we only have these two, which I think we only have 8 builders now. And I think that's fine. Bill's HR department. Poop or death. Makes me think of the Eddie Izzard skit. Pause the power shaft. Oh, over here. Yeah. I might want to make... Actually, what I'll do is... Was it doing the whole stack? Oh, that's annoying. If I do that and then I do this... Okay, that works. So I want the power shaft... Oh, and they can't walk on top of this anyway, so we probably have to go and do this. But let's make the power shaft down, and then make sure the platforms are higher. There's no path or anything. Yeah, it's possible they wouldn't be able to reach some of this stuff regardless. But from here in the top, they can build infinitely that. So that can get built from that part. I don't know. Let's go and do this. I have no idea if this is even going to be required. Not really convinced I need more water wheels, but we may as well. Got the metal blocks now. I mean, it's not in storage, but... No, they're not moving this as thought as I would. I guess if my haulers are busy doing something else. Like, I might want to say, listen, haulers, your top priority haul is all this garbage. Get it in storage at least, so it doesn't decay. Thank you. Let me bring this down. Doesn't really matter. I wonder if the builders can't reach this stuff. If haulers have to do it. Builders can collect from there. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten rid of as many builders things as I did, but it's fine. I'm gonna pause a couple of these since they don't have enough workers to fill out all this anyway. It hasn't really changed anything. All right, Beaver's definitely collecting stuff. If you don't have enough haulers and need more... I mean, we've got a bunch of haulers. I mean, we could go and increase our population more. We absolutely could. It'd be easy to expand our housing over here. No problemo. Yeah, I could just build a bunch of ground level housing over here just to get a few more numbers. There you go, 10 more blocks, and the Fountain of Joy can be built. So when are we putting down 1K dynamite to expand the reservoir? We do have a fair amount of dynamite. Well, 200 dynamite, but... Yeah, because we could dig the reservoir all the way down, although we don't drain from it, so I'm not sure how that would necessarily help. 3 more metal to go, but everyone has stopped for the night. That's okay. We need the official ceremony with the mayor of I guess this is probably Brussels, is what we call this place. I was going to say the mayor of Beavertown, to lay the final piece of construction material and declare it to be done. There we go. All the materials are there. It's happening. Woo! 53. Oh, they're pouring from a bucket. Oh, that's cute. Wonder if I could put a construction here. Does it automatically pull it? No, I think it displaces the rubble. So I'll let them organize the rubble. This is a voxel physics game. No. Oh, the water might be voxel, actually. That might be a marching cube algorithm. Oh, the train might be technically, but not actual voxels, though. It's 3D models, but you can use... There might be a marching cube algorithm for the train and the water. Oh, well-being's now up to 56, 57! 58! All right, so I'm going to plop this back down. 59! 60! Okay. Need more campfires, need more rooftop terraces. There's just not enough for all of our beavers right now. I don't know how far they'll go for things. We could just plop a few extras over here for some capacity. We get rid of this roof and build an extra rooftop terrace there. Go here. Can we get around from the other side? Well, not without a little bit of labor. Not much. Yeah, all our beavers are fairly happy. Still expecting some of them to get stuck here. And then we'll leave them there to die. And what we'll do. What am I looking for? Have a triple lodge come off of this. Because it'll actually be perfect level for that. And then just get a spiral staircase there, there, path, and then the rooftop terraces. There you go. More population and more rooftop terraces. 35 cycles, but last thing. It's going to take forever. I don't think we'll get to it on stream, but that's okay. We clearly have, we have everything in place to do it. The only thing that could happen is we could run out of raw metal, although we have a lot of it stored up, and there's nothing stopping us from building a mine. Although, I guess all the mining spots are covered in poopy areas. So what we really want to do is maybe cap this bad water source. Then we could build the mine over here. Which wouldn't be that hard. I mean, we could just build a bad water rig. I don't think there's any reason not to build a bad water rig. Even if all we do is end up capping it, and not actually collecting it, I think it's fine. It'll still work as a cap, right? Presumably. I guess if we don't want to get poop water exposed, we'd want to build it from above. I think you can build from stairs, so I think if we just end up with something like this... And then probably we set up a whole zipline station thing. I mean, we still have to reach out here in the first place to build the zipline station. But we could do that. I'm tempted to just connect up over here. Probably will do that. Boo, 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 boo. Oh, the little music over here is so atmospheric. I like it. The drought is approaching. Okay. That's fine. We are set up for that. Stupid trees. I say something about it's weird that beavers love trees, but do they? Beavers love to kill trees. Maybe they don't love trees at all. Huh? You thought about that? It's possible. Oh, there's mines on the other side without poop. Let me cancel zipline. Let's look at the basics. Oh, right there. Cool. So, best approach it? I'll probably just go over through this upper area. I think this guy is annoyingly in the way. I'm looking for delete resources. That. Something like this, like something like that. Rhino, are you still in chat? Are you guys streaming over there today? And if so, is it root trees or is it Timberborn? Something else. No, I think. There you go. So that is now a connection. And then from here, set up a zipline station right close to that. Pylon there, or even the high ground, which might make it a little easier to reach. And then I'm actually wondering, I'm just going to put another zipline station here. It's not too far from the other one, so that should be okay. So connect to there. Connect to there. Perfect. Lovely. And then what I might want to do is be like, okay, we'll set it like bottom most priority so that these other things get built first, both in terms of, let's say, manpower, beaver power, and material. Metal. Hell, I might want to have the zipline connection. Actually, no, that is quite good because that's fairly close to where we're doing some of the other metal processing. There you go. Oh, Ava will be streaming Timberborn as well. Cool. Excellent. Oh, do we have a stranded beaver? Of course we do. You are condemned to death, Chiquille, for being too stupid. You deserve exactly what you get. There you go. But this is working. It's so weird that the water wheels don't slow down water, but let's not worry about that. Can we connect this one to that one? Yeah, to have one big network. There we go. Nice. Nothing doing range. Right, you will, but there's no... I think what we do, I'm going to keep one of these guys here to chop these once they mature. Oh! Yeah. You're just waiting for them to grow. So we'll do that. Is that the only one? Yes. And then stranded is just that. Dummy. I mean, I could save you, but I'm not going to. Oh, wait. Was that a metal flag? Is that what you're saying? No. Oh. Oh! You're right. That was the metal stockpile. Right. These guys are also not active, but they're not flagging as nothing to do in range. I think I can probably just stay to one of those. Yeah, that was one of our scrap metal bits. Thank you. Good eye. Unconnected building. Oh, yeah, we're just waiting for some things to get built. That's okay. Material is currently fine, especially with having this been sent to the lowest priority. Oh, that one must have died. Or it leapt. A drought has started. That's fine. So that's going to shut the bottom gate of our reservoir. Or no. No, it doesn't. It opens the bottom gate of our reservoir. That's what it's doing. And then these guys just naturally stop going. I mean, we're basically going a 7-day drought. We had like enough sort of passive water containment that it wasn't really an issue in the first place. And now the fact that there was going to be a constant trickle from a reservoir. Easy. Lose a little bit of our power over here. Not that it was hooked up yet anyway, so it doesn't matter. Our batteries. Oh, they are nearly drained. I could do something like stop our observatory and stuff for now. Not that it uses... It uses some power. I don't know know if, like, the inactive lumber mills, if they still consume power or not. Or whatever, you know? Cheeky starved to death. He did. Or they did. There we go. Little stairs over here. That all got all of its materials. Just waiting for a little bit more construction. Lovely. And are these... I can't remember. Are these mines unlimited? They're unlimited, right? Add more windmills. Yeah, we could probably just do that. And it's really easy for us to keep chaining them. Yeah, unlimited. Okay. So other than if we need more metal much faster, there's no need to build more. Like, I might want to go and disconnect that. And then say windmill. And if so, I want this top priority. Because not only do I want more power, but I definitely want to make sure that this connection remains active. There we go. And yeah, it could be that our output or like our demand is such that our batteries are not run enough, but that plus the constant trickle from this constant trickle, or normally a constant trickle without the drought, should be pretty good. I mean, as people point out, the game inherently has basically unlimited resources for everything, because you can always just regrow trees, and yeah, eventually you get unlimited metal. Although I suppose if you dawdled too much, and the mine doesn't need metal to build it, which makes sense. You want to do that to prevent players from getting stuck. But you could get an awkward scenario where you don't have metal coming in because you've picked up everything from the surface and wasted it somehow. But as long as you're still getting science, eventually you'll be able to unlock the mine. Might be a little tricky if it was in a poo area, but I don't know. You just deal with contaminated beavers. Your poop water wheel connectors are not built. Yes, no, I know these are not fully built yet. And this one might... No, there's no complaint. I guess it's fine. Nothing to do in range. Lumberjack flag, right. And there's no rebuilding over here, so that's fine. So we get a little flag if this couldn't be built first. Oh, no! Wait, do we not get a little... Do we not get a little indicator when something can't be built? I thought we did. Huh. Like a little icon, a little warning of some kind. Could be useful. I don't actually need it to go there, but I will. I think that's the only bit that's missing. Can you deconstruct the batteries from most material and just rebuild? I think you can. You can just run them basically with a generator. I think you can. Just bonkers. Oh, it's amazing they did as much as they did without getting more stranded, yeah. Yeah, buildings that are unconnected from path getting warning. Yeah, I thought the construction ones. It is a little odd that you don't get an alert of like, by the way, this, because like it clearly says here, it's too far. So it's a little surprising that you never get that warning for anything else. I mean, here, this, maybe because it's theoretically temporary, because this is complaining now, but it won't be when this gets built. Oh! A little bit of the water flow as things are cycling, but that's okay. All right, this area normally does have water. That's not going to finish right now, and that's okay. What I'll do, actually, is I'll prioritize this. So that when you do get down to this area, eventually... Actually, maybe I'll prioritize these guys. Because we want the zip line done first, so that everything else happens just a lot faster, please. Interesting. You got gears delivered? I guess you can reach that. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Use automation to detach the batteries when they're discharged so you can potentially have it charged back up to full. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Click on mine, click prioritize by haulers. Ah! So that, like, once we start mining, that we do pull the metal out of here maybe a little faster? That is very maybe true. Oh. That's all connected. That's built. There you go. So now they don't have to walk all the way over here. They can just zip line a port. Everything will get built a little bit faster. That is swell. You could always just cap that too, but I mean, probably we will at some point. Because, I mean, maybe not, maybe we wouldn't do this one because maybe we don't lose the water wheels. Mostly depends on if we want to be able to do fertile plantings over here and not have bad water, but I don't particularly care. And wood, planks, that's all fine. We're low on the metal blocks. Wait, are we out of scrap metal? I was gonna say, what's the scrap metal amount? If we're out, then it wouldn't show up in this at all. So yeah, at this point, I think we actually are out of scrap metal. But that's okay, because it's about to tick back on. And yeah, with that, maybe we would want to prioritize the hauling on that, just to make sure it gets out of there as quickly as possible. And in fact, we might want more than one mine just for some throughput to help finish the project a little faster, but... What are my constructors doing? I know it's the start of a workday, but kind of expected to see them here or here right now. And they ain't at either. We're also a little low on books. So if we want to maintain our happiness, we'll probably have to go and produce more books to get that up a little bit more. And clearly, more of everything. I mean, the one problem with like building more, increasing our beaver population, is it also is putting a little bit more overhead on our various entertainment bits. And cap the bad water source, you can open it during a drought, keep your power generation going. Yeah, if you can control whether it still flows out or not. Oh, cool. Yeah, the smelter has no material. We're working on it. Well, I'll increase the priority of this construction site in case there's any conflict. Which actually, oh, we need 200 treated planks, so yeah, there's a little something something. They shouldn't have been going over here because that's the lowest priority. And still nothing's happening here, which doesn't matter because it's not flowing right now, but it is a little funny. Because we're not waiting on planks. What are my constructors doing? Why didn't they finish this? How was your second bottle of homebrew? I haven't drank it yet. It is actually, oh, this is actually, I think, the final day of the planned fermentation. But while I was away, I kept the cap very loose. So when I got back today, I tightened it again. And I want to check to see if the bottle builds up more gas, which would be an indicator that there's still active fermentation. And definitely wouldn't be trapped CO2 anymore. So I'm going to use that as a bit of a gauge to see if there's active fermentation or not. And if there's not, then I'll fridge it overnight, cold crash it, and then see. They're building that other cap for bad water setup. Did I not cancel that project? Oh, I didn't cancel that project. Ew. Okay. That I hadn't realized. Well, first of all, I'm going to lower the priority on that. At this point, I would love to cancel it, but I'm not sure they'd be able to go and gather that material from up here. Maybe they can. Maybe they could reach from here down to there and gather it. But I wouldn't want to risk it, and then otherwise I don't want to come down here into the bad water later. Yeah, I forgot that I didn't cancel this. So yeah, I'll just keep it a super light priority, but that explains it. Like, it makes no sense the construction workers aren't anywhere. So yeah, this will get built faster now because it is higher priority, although we did have the material shortage, and some of them should be coming over here now. Because there's no shortage on planks. They can't reach. Oh, if I cancel that, you don't think they'd be able to reach to pick up the resources. Okay. And yeah, if I do want to get more metal real quick, there's still plenty of it all over the map. Although this would be in the bad water, right? Until this gets capped, this is a bad water area. Well, we have reached 4 o'clock. Luckily, there is more Timberborn coming because A Kiss for Luck and presumably Rhino are going to be playing some Timberborn over on their channel. So if you want to see a combination of someone who is A, probably building it more beautiful, and B, someone who's probably more obsessed with efficiency in engineering, that would be a good one to go and watch. Our next live stream is on Wednesday, and I don't know what that will be yet. So we're gonna have to see what's the situation. Might check some of the latest games, see what kind of codes we've got. Might go back to finish something that we had going on. Saturday Stationeers is appealing to get back to. World War Wednesday is also tempting. Going back to doing some Civ, We promised some more Civ 4 return after the last Civ 5 bout, so we might consider something like that. We shall see. But for now, let me go and grab the it's for luck link for people. It's already going. Yeah, they're already going. So we'll just do this. And we'll rate it because for luck. Thank you very much for coming out, everyone. I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.